Hey everybody, I'm Matt Olsen, and we are going to do a tech video on how to mount saddlebags on this 1942 Knucklehead today. This is a 42 FL. It was made before Pearl Harbor. It's a deluxe sport solo bike. That means it's top of the line, all the good stuff. Chrome taillight, chrome dash, chrome handlebars, crash bars. I mean, this is decked out. So this bike's all original. It's a nice original bike that came out of Wisconsin, and we had our friend straighten out the fenders. They've been painted, they've been fit to the chassis, they're ready to go. But part of the process of straightening this stuff out is filling up all the holes that were drilled in it over the years. And I can't say for sure, but I think this one was drilled for at least 2 sets of different saddlebags and maybe 3. Since it's a 42, it would have came from the factory with 5-hole saddlebag plates from 37 to early 47. And we're going to set up on how to lay them out, how to get them in a good spot, and then how to drill the holes and mount them. So why don't you guys come in here and I'll show you what's next. So these are the tools we're going to be using. Pretty simple stuff. Sharpie, pin, center punch, center drill, 1/4-inch drill, straight steel scale, razor blade, tape, level, and a hammer. That's really all you need. So we're going to start off by masking off the fender. And this is kind of tricky, but not too bad. So I like to push the tape right up into that seam where the main fender's spot welded to the side skirt. This is just nice thin masking tape. Makes it super easy. And then you also want to push it into that little seam. I'm going to get a fresh razor blade and then just cut up right in there. Which is pretty nerve-wracking. I've done this a few times, so I go kind of fast, but take your time and do it at a comfortable rate for you. Just cutting through the tape. I'm not trying to cut into the paint. And, I pressed it up in there, but there was still a soft spot where it wasn't touching. So it's easier to do than you think. Okay, so there's some stuff you have to look out for. You want to get the bags as level as possible, and you want to make sure that your hardware doesn't interfere with the brace and is always in this fender. I've seen guys drill saddlebag holes and had the plate way far back or had a bolt going through the fender brace, and it's just it's something you can avoid pretty easily. So I just line this little scale up right here. With the brace, carry that line up. And then take the Sharpie and color that in, and that's no man's land. This is stay away. Like this.
Hand me down my bottle of corn. Oh, hand me down my bottle of corn. I'm gonna get drunk, this shows your bone, cause all my sins are taken. Okay.
Danger, stay away.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna have to drill a hole like right where that is. I'm gonna put some tape over it. So we don't get it confused. Okay, so like I said, this is a 42, so it would have a 5-hole mounting plate. In late 47, they started using a 4-hole one. And then in 48, it was still 4 holes, but they were dimpled to have clearance for the fasteners. So this is a good setup piece, and you can hold it up there. We can get the level. And they're going to tilt forward a little bit. You can hide that, but you can't get them perfectly level, unfortunately. Like that's perfectly level, but you can see that the top radius looks so goofy with the fender that it's just no good. So I want to go right there, drop it just a little bit. You move it a little each time, so you just got to reset it up. We're going to be mounting these saddlebags with a pair of glow bright jewels that my friend Greg Lou makes. And originally glow brights were a number 12 fastener, and a number 12 I think measures, I don't know, it's about 210 thousandths I think. I'd have to double check, I might be wrong, but the fastener's smaller than the hole that gets drilled, so you kind of have some wiggle room. So anyways, here's where our holes are. And we're away from the seam. We're still on the main fender. This one's pretty close. This one's in a happy spot. This one's in a happy spot. I have this original fender right here. So here you can see this fender's been drilled for a couple sets of saddlebags, and they drilled right through the brace on that one. This original hole, and you can see how close it is to the brace. So that's really reassuring for our layout. It makes me feel like we're on the right path. So to center punch these holes. I have a nice sharp center punch.
Those little white lights, the stars all seem to know.
Okay. Next step is to drill our 1/8" holes. This is double-ended 1/8" drill bit, and they're really robust and tough. I love using them. Because they're so short, once it goes through, you run the risk of kissing the fender skirt with this part. It's covered up in the by the saddlebag plate, but you still don't really want to do it. So this is a trick my Uncle Ricky taught me. Just take a piece of tube, cut it to length, and then it kind of gives you a little buffer to where you can't hit the fender. So there, kind of see it? Is that cool? Mm-hmm. You gotta find where that center punch part is. You want to let the drill do the work and not force it. Then it doesn't generate as much heat, won't mess up the paint. This is a 1/4" drill bit. It's pretty good and sharp. I think we'll have good luck with it. Make a spacer for it. Okay, very cool. Very important. Like this one is the first one I did, it's already cooled off. This one's still a little warm. That one's almost done. You want to let them cool off before you take the tape off because you don't want to hurt the paint. So. Okay, well the tape is cooled off, the fender's cooled off, we can take these off. Okay, now we want to touch up our holes. And voila. Let that dry for a little bit and then we can put one on. So the touch-up paint is dry. We're ready to put the saddlebag on, and this isn't for the last time, it's just really for the sake of the video. So I still got to put the toolbox on, the exhaust, adjust the axle. But for the sake of the video, we'll put it on just so you guys can enjoy it and see what it does. So I like to start with the middle one. We just go in like that. And then get the washer on. Arm stuck in there. We'll do red ones. These things came in a variety of different colors. They've had red, yellow, green, orange. Greg took it a couple steps further. He makes them in, I think he makes blue ones and clear ones, and he's really...
I saw the champagne colored he had the other day on
cool.
Facebook.
He's a great guy too. He does a lot for the community. He has a Facebook page called
Classic Panheads.
Classic Panheads, and they do a auction for charity every November. And he's a good guy. I've known him since I was probably 12. Okay, red. Oh, look at how nice that is. Holy moly. This is so cool. This is like really late 41 they started adding these studs in. And almost all of 41 had the badges. And 42 had the badges. I investment cast these. I took one off of one of my original saddlebags and used it as a pattern. Had the back tangs lasered out. This is the toughest one to get on because of the brace being right there, but I like to put the flat washer on and hold the nut in place. Ah, so close. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. In 47, in 48, the Panheads came out with these little double-studded studs that bolted to the fender, and then you put your saddlebag on and then put an acorn nut on it. And that's a way trickier setup and way easier, but it doesn't look as cool as the glow brights. So. But everybody switched over after they saw how easy it was. Thanks for watching.